Good morning, guys. It's Kelly and Crystal. How are you? We've missed you. It's been about 3 weeks, but we've taken longer breaks. It's Crystal, Dallas mom blogger at crystalandcomp.com, where I write about mommy resources and solutions. I share a lot of easy recipes, things on meal planning, activities for kids. I have a heavy influence on preschool stuff, or a heavy influx of content, not a heavy influence, sorry, of preschool activities. We homeschool, so lots of that content as well. And I hope you will hop over there and check us out. For about, well, it's been a little over 2 years, Kelly and I have been coming to you guys and sharing all of our blogging secrets, everything that we know. We've shared over 80 Hangouts, and you can find all of those at learntobloghangouts.com. And if you click on the New Start Here tab, it'll take you to the whole list of all of the Hangouts. And so I know we've been in and out, and we've taken some breaks. I did not get new Texas hair. Kelly's like, oh my goodness, your hair's so big today. I just went to bed with it wet and put it up in a ponytail, and then that's how you get big Texas hair here. Anyway, all right, Miss Kelly.
I went to bed with my hair wet and pulled it up in a ponytail, and mine is pretty big Alabama hair too. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Kelly, yeah. You got a lot of hair.
I have a lot of hair.
You have a whole lot of hair. Well, you're back. Yeah. You have been out of town. You went to Florida. Did some blogging stuff.
I went to Disney.
Yes, that is so awesome. And you just you got back at 10, 11 o'clock last night, right?
Yes. yes, I did. I'm tired.
Yeah, flying around me. So Kelly's tired, but we're so happy that she's home. I sent her a message and I said, I miss you. I never tell her. I never send her messages that say I miss you. Did you get my message?
Yeah. And I was like, you want to have a hangout? We're driving down the road, and I'm like, you want to have a hangout tomorrow? And she's like, it's set up right here. I'm like, okay, we're having a hangout tomorrow. My voice is gone because, I was at Disney. But.
Right. Well, introduce yourself.
So I'm Kelly, and I blog at 3boysandadog.com. I've been blogging since November 2006. I blog about homemaking and homeschooling tips for busy folks.
Awesome. I'm refreshing the event page. If you are following us along, if you will just, as we go along, if you have questions, leave them over on the event page. We'll be checking that. Cindy says, I love your lighting. Well, here's what happened. The last hangout that we had, I guess it was 3 weeks ago, there were issues, I think, with my laptop or something, so I couldn't get the hangout going. So I said, I guess I'm going to have to just do it at my desk, which is in our dining room. So that's the new busy background that you see, and I just have the front door open, and so it's letting all the light in. But anyway, it works out well, but thank you. All right, so where do you want to get started, Kelly? Do we want to talk about, so the name of this hangout is Becoming Likable on Social Media. You want me to just get us started, Kelly? Okay, so as you've noticed, like last week and a couple of times this week already, I've asked you some questions that are very specific to social media. We understand that, we know that Pinterest is sending a lot of you a huge chunk of your traffic. We also understand the power of Facebook and how it can make something go viral in a way that we've never seen before. We understand that there's a need to be on LinkedIn. We understand the need to not ignore Twitter. There are all of these social media platforms. Today I asked you, which platform do you feel like you're the strongest at? Where are you most comfortable? Where do you feel like you're getting, and that could mean, where do you feel like you're most comfortable connecting with your readers, or where do you feel like you're getting the most interaction from your readers? But we want you thinking about this stuff, because here's the deal. Out of all these things that Kelly and I have shared with you in the 80 free hangouts, in the 40 plus step-by-step challenges that are over on the VIP forum, in the blog posts that we've shared, in our SEO class, in the new classes that we have planned to do, we can share all of these things with you, and we have all of these ideas, and you have all of these ideas. But if we're not implementing this stuff, what kind of results are we going to get? We're not going to get any. So we all know that Facebook is an important place to be. And we know that we can't ignore any of the social media platforms. We talk about that in our class. We talk about needing to have social proof and needing to have a presence on those places and why, and we go into all of that in our class. But I found this book, Likable Social Media, and it's by Dave Kerpen, I think is how you say his last name. I can't even remember now. Oh, I found it because I had gotten an email from Tiffany Romero from the Sway Group, which is a great group that you can use to get sponsored content, and they share lots of great blogging pointers and stuff like that. Well, Allison, I believe she's their VP or their maybe their CFO. She was interviewed by a journalism publication, and in part of her interview, they also talked to the guy. There were some references to the guy that wrote this book. So it led me to do a little bit of research about this book. And I had seen the original version. This is the revised, expanded second edition. But I had seen the first one a couple of years ago. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to order this. I went online, checked out their website, got their free ebook, whatever. And I thought, I really want to see what this is about. And it came in. I sat on the couch for a Saturday and just read as much of this as I could. And this stuff gets me excited. So I tell Kelly, you have got to order this book. This is the most amazing book, and I want to share this with all of our Learn to Blog group, because there's really it's just some great ways to start thinking about your blog. This is very brand driven. This has a lot of focus on really the business aspect of being a brand on social media. This wasn't written for bloggers. This wasn't written for Walmart. This was written for anyone who is a brand that is wanting to be likable on social media. Because we have these bloggers who are spending all of this time online, or we have these businesses that are spending all this time online. Some people have the influence, some people don't. Yesterday I asked you, do you feel like you're influential on social media? And some of you, or do you feel like you're influencing your readers, is actually what I said. And some of you guys say no, and some of you guys say you're not sure, and some of you know. And there's a difference. And there's a difference in those of you who know probably have a very deliberate plan each day for sharing what you're sharing online. So I really want you guys to start thinking about, and I'm in this with you. Kelly and I are in this with you. Kelly has the book too. We are going to spend, you have what? Go ahead.
I have a Kindle version because, I wanted it right then. I don't want to wait for something to be delivered to me.
You're so funny. Well, I ordered it. But Kelly has the Kindle version. You can get either one. And what we're going to do is we're going to break this book down by every chapter. There's 18 chapters in here. There may be a point where we combined a couple of chapters together, but we're going to go through this together because we are all in the same business, okay? We all bring something valuable to the table, okay? So even if you've been blogging just for a year or a couple of months, or even if you've been blogging for 9 or 7 years like Kelly and I, we all have different perspectives and we all have different experiences with our readers, and we're all trying different things. And then his list of suggestions and case studies and the actual results that people are getting, what's working, what's not working. We're going to dissect this book together and brainstorm together. There's going to be actionable tasks. There's going to be videos just like the quick little videos that Kelly and I share over on the VIP forum and the challenges. We're going to have some of those too, and we're going to break down. I mean, I have been, if you look through my book, it is like notes and highlighting, and as I read it, I just have all of these ideas that motivate me and encourage me in this battle that we're in with, how do we become more likable and influential on social media and with our readers, period. And if you're running your blog as a business, this is so important. Those of you who are not running your blog as a business, this may not be right for you right now, but at some point, just keep it in mind. So, Kelly, what do you want to add so far? Nothing? Oh, her screen went black. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I said I have nothing to add right.
Kelly's connection's not great. So what we're going to do is, over on the VIP forum, we are starting, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and order Oh, Kelly, I think we've got some echoing. You may want to mute your mic. You can either order this or download it on the Kindle. And I want you to go over to the forum, and we have a board dedicated. We'll share the link over on the event page to the actual board that's dedicated to this. We're going to start July 1st, okay? So what I want you to do now is get this ordered, and I want you to read between now and July 1st. I want you to read, look at that, I got a straw wrapper in here. I want you to read the introduction and the very beginning, the acknowledgments and introduction. And then I want you to read the first chapter. And the first chapter talks about listening to your readers. Like, these are things that we know. You know how sometimes somebody can tell you something over and over again? Maybe you watch a movie and the third time you finally pick up on something different that you didn't see the first time. Okay, we know, common sense knows we should be listening to our readers. But do our actions show that we're listening to our readers? I know that I need to be listening to my readers. And this whole first chapter is dedicated to that, and dedicated to like just getting my mind going and thinking, you know what? Of course we all want to be listened to. It's just like the question that I posted last week for our daily question over on Facebook. Are you really listening to your readers? And how do you know that you're really listening to them? Are you just asking questions and not responding? Are you available for them? Are you asking the questions that are intriguing to them? Are you even identifying the correct target audience whenever you're talking to your readers? Who have you built this platform for, this blog and each of these social media communities? Who have you built them for? If you've built them for this kind of reader and all of your stuff is targeted to this kind of reader, we need to do an evaluation here. We need to really sit down and figure out if we're even on the right track. If you're not getting the results, there's a reason why. If you're not getting the page views, there's a reason why. If you're not making the connections with your readers, there's a reason why. And we're going to spend at least the next, it could take us 18 weeks, which will take us through October. I'm hoping that there are some chapters that we can combine together, because I know that 18 weeks is a long time. However, I also don't want to overwhelm you with lots and lots of chapters to read in 1 week, because that's hard, because we have content to create and things to do. So right now, I want you to, those that want to join us, I want you to order the book, and I want you to read the introduction and chapter 1, okay? And your mind's going to be going, I want you to have a little notepad. I want you to have your questions. I want you to have your brainstorming ideas captured. And July 1st is when we're going to start daily chatting about this over on the VIP forum, okay? So there are actual guided study guide questions that will get us going, but I have a whole list of lots of things that we're going to ask and that we're going to talk about. And have you considered this? And have you thought about this? Because I want for everyone to be successful and likable on social media. I want all of us to gain from this. And it'll be an opportunity for those of you who have taken our course in the last 4 months or so, our SEO course. You know that we do all of that now over on the VIP forum. So the beauty of this is it's going to be a great way for, it organizes everything. And it will be a great way for you to be able to go back through this content a year from now, or, you know, say you do the study guide with us now, and a year from now you want to revisit it. It will all be organized in a tidy way in the VIP forum. Maybe you're not ready for this course right now, but in a year you are. This information will still be over there in the VIP forum. You're going to engage with us. You're going to tell us what's working for you, what's not working for you. We're going to tell you what's working for us. We're going to expand and brainstorm together about the questions that come from each of these chapters that we read, and we're all going to grow. So I hope that everyone who's interested and everyone who thinks they can benefit from this and everyone who thinks they have something to offer will hop over to the VIP forum and introduce yourself and say you're on board and make the commitment to do this book study with us. Okay, Kelly, you unmuted your mic. Tell me what you want to say.
Can you guys hear me?
I muted myself, sorry. We can hear you. It's a little fuzzy and a little choppy, but you're okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me turn on. Hang on. Is that any better?
It is better. Keep it off.
Okay. My kid's bad. Okay, so before you read your chapter and your intro and introduce yourself, okay, you can introduce yourself first if you want. But I want you to go to these websites and record your stats for all your social media places. Okay? Facebook has its own insights. So you'll just go into your Facebook page and go into Insights and record your stats. I don't care if it's a spreadsheet, a piece of paper, it's got to be something you're not going to lose. Then you're going to go to Pinterest. They have their own analytics. Go and grab tweet.com.
Kelly, you're cutting out.
Little spots will come up and
you're cutting out real bad. Like I can't hear any of the URLs that you're sharing. Are you there? When Kelly got
I hate my internet.
Your internet is not so great. Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
So I will share the URLs over on the forum, and since they're supposed to be free, I'll actually include them. I'll put them on the Facebook page as well, since this should have out. So go to the Facebook page, and then they'll also be on the forum to get us started, to record all of our analytics for our top 4 social media places. Okay?
Perfect. And you know what? This is Kelly's gift, okay? So Kelly is so good at the stat side of all of this, okay? She's like, Crystal, I want to know numbers. You tell me what the results were for X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, numbers, okay. I know that they're very, very important. And I know that we all have to keep an eye on them, but it's not my favorite part. And so, but me, what I love is the motivating and the encouragement and the, just the brainstorming and the ideas and sharing those kind of aspects. So that's the benefit here, because Kelly is so right. We need to be capturing the stats. Yes, I know that stats are important. I check my stats every day. I pay close attention to my stats. But Kelly looks at stats in a completely different eye. She's very analytical and very number driven. And so that is what I love about having her on board with this. I'll be honest with you, being the analytical person that she is, she has said she's kind of a little bit bored with the book, but she is, but she's only in the beginning. So but that's okay, because we're all going to learn from this. We are all going to learn. And even if you aren't following every single chapter to a T, you're still going to be able to benefit from this, because you're going to see what we're all sharing and the ideas that we have and the brainstorming that we're doing and the things that we're implementing, what's working, what's not working. But yes, somebody had asked revised edition. That's what I would get, because that's what I have. I think his first one was yellow and then this one's orange. I would get the revised. If you have a copy of the older edition, that's okay. Just read that. Here's the thing. We all know that in social media and with anything online, things change like that. So this book before long was out of date. Within a year, I'm sure it was out of date. So he had to make a revised version. But leading off of that, I want you to think about this. This book's going to cover every social media platform, okay? But one platform that I'm wanting to become even more and more likable on is Facebook. And Facebook offers one of the most inexpensive ways to advertise as a business. And actually, since I bought this book, I'm not only implementing what I have read in here, which a lot of this is stuff that I'm like, okay, I knew that, but now this book is helping me see it in a different light. So not only am I implementing this stuff on Crystal & Co., but for my husband's air conditioning and heating business, we have been, in years past, we've done television ads. We've sponsored news sponsorships for local stations. We've done commercials on many, many stations. We've spent money on phone book ads. The list goes on and on and on. And all of that stuff, if you do not get the return on investment that you get whenever you do something online that is forever available, that can forever be watched again, because a phone book can be thrown in the trash. A paper can be thrown away. Kelly, I think we have feedback from your mic. So I just want you to realize that we are in a great place being online and understanding the online community, okay? And we have all of this content that's been created online. Why aren't we think about it this way, okay? Everybody carries their phone around and has Facebook on it. Facebook is in their pocket, whether they're at the grocery store, whether they're sitting on their couch watching a movie, whether they're at a restaurant with their children, if they're at work, wherever they are, Facebook is in their back pocket. It goes everywhere with them, okay? And you can run a Facebook ad and hyper target to a very specific group of people to get your content seen by them. The exact people that you are writing for. Why would you not take advantage of that? Why would you not utilize that? And that is just one of the small pieces that we're going to be talking about with this book. We're not just going to focus on Facebook. We're going to focus on every platform. But think about that. You know, $5 will go a long way on social media or on Facebook specifically. Okay, do we have any questions right now? We're going to be sharing. Yeah, Terry, I see that Kelly was breaking up. I think it's an internet connection, but she's going to share those links that she was sharing over here in this thread. Are there any final questions at all about this? And we'll share the link to the VIP forum, to the specific board that you want to be following so that you can follow along with this social media or this Likable social media book study. Are there any questions at all? We've got a few minutes left. And we're going to continue this conversation, obviously, over on the VIP forum. I also wanted to say, while we wait to see if you guys have any questions, I wanted to say that we have our SEO class that we have offered now for almost 2 years. I think September it'll be 2 years. And we have made an agreement to offer this class to you guys every month during 2015. It was a goal of ours, but it was something that we promised to offer you guys as long as there was interest. I know that a lot of you guys are very busy right now with summer. You know, some of you guys during the school year said, I can't take the class right now. I need to wait till summer because my schedule will be a little bit calmer then. Well, now is your time. So as long as there is interest in the class, our next class starts next Monday. We develop an SEO plan for you based on what your analytics present to you currently. We teach you how to read your analytics, Webmaster Tools, which a lot of people do not, you would be so surprised how many people do not know how to interpret the content that's over on Webmaster Tools. We're going to study deeper into Google Analytics, and we're going to show you how to create more content based on the content that you have that already has momentum. We teach you how to write blog posts that speak to the bots, so the search engines, and then those same blog posts, making them appealing to the readers that are reading your content. We teach you all of the places because we don't want you to put all your blogging eggs in one basket. We've talked about that for years, how we don't want to do that. So we teach you how to maximize exposure on all of those platforms, on many different platforms you hadn't even thought about. We have lots of little tips and tricks that we share there as well. And then we talk about how to continue to expand this initial topic that Google has identified you as being authorities on, or these initial topics that Google and Bing and Yahoo and the search engines have identified you as being an authority on, and taking that and continuing to create more content without repeating yourself over and over again, and how to partner with others to build that SEO and how to build your audience and get more exposure, etc. It's a lot of information. Anyone who's taken the class knows that it is. We've got Cassie here on the event page. She's taken our class. Corey has taken our class. Cindy's taken our class. They will all tell you that it's a lot of information and we hit the ground running very quickly. Some days you feel very overwhelmed, but you get your money's worth with this class. So that starts Monday. And if there's not any interest, then we will not continue to offer it monthly throughout the rest of the year. We do have a couple of other classes that we are in the final stages of preparing for, but we always want whatever we offer you guys to be something that you will benefit from at the highest level possible. So we have the next step from our SEO class is a Pinterest class that teaches you how to maximize your exposure over there. Remember, we don't want all of our traffic coming from Pinterest. We don't want to be counting on any platform to bring us all of our traffic. So our Pinterest class is very focused on a method that Kelly and I have been working to perfect and to get as much traffic as possible in the most beneficial way. So that's about a 6-week course, it looks like it's going to be. We've played with ideas on making it shorter, how to modify, but that's what we're looking at there. And hopefully that will be ready to roll out very, very soon. And then we have a basic class that we're starting with, because as you guys take this SEO class of ours, we realize how many of you, even if you've been blogging for years and years, there are some of the very basic elements that you need more explaining on. You are interested in more explaining on. You don't know the ins and outs of some of these specific things. So our basic class, once that is rolled out, it will probably be a one-time class that's an hour to an hour and a half. Right now it's an hour and a half. We're trying to pare it down. We'll see how that goes. But it is an instant class that is these steps to get you started right now, so that you can go to the SEO class, okay? So anyone who's interested in that, Kelly will share a link where to apply. We have you apply. We ask a lot of questions. We want to see how serious you are about blogging. We want to see how invested you are right now in your blog. And then really the main things that we're looking for, there's 2 main elements. You've got to be on a WordPress site, or a site that is built the same way as WordPress. And then you've got to have Webmaster Tools installed. There's some very simple, and you need to have at least 3 months of steady content, because that's where your analytics is driven from, is from the content, and we need steady content. So if you go and apply and you're thinking, oh, am I going to be accepted? Those are the real things, main elements that we're looking for before we approve or decline anyone. So if you're interested, you want to go sign up for that. Starts next week. It's every Monday for 4 Mondays in a row at 10 a.m. It's recorded. If you can't be there, if you know that 1 week you're going to be on vacation, that's okay. You'll get a recording of it. We've had some people take the class where they only get the recorded version, and they were successful. So again, no matter if you're following our free Hangouts, or if you're following this book study that we're going to do, or if you're taking our class, or if you're doing the challenges that are over on the forum, you can read all this content all day long until you're blue in the face, but if you don't implement what we teach you, the results are not going to be there. So you want to make sure that you're fully in, and that you're ready to hit the ground running, and that you're ready to implement what we share. Kelly, there was one other thing that I wanted to share, and I can't remember what it was. Can you think of anything that I'm missing? There was something else I wanted to talk about, but I don't remember what it was. Anything else you want to talk about?
We did the forum, we did the class, we did the book guided study.
I will tell you guys that oh, we got feedback. You have to mute yourself. After we do this book, Kelly wants to do the Pro Blogger series, where we will break that down over 30 days and dissect it together as a book study over on the forum as well. So that'll be something that's coming up as soon as we're done with this book. And those are just great ways for all of us to learn and grow together and brainstorm and share what's working and what's not working. Okay, Miss Kelly, did you have something else? No? All right, do we have any questions? I'm gonna jump back over here real fast. Kelly has shared links and shared information. Corey says, best investment for my blog ever. It's a lot to take in, but I would highly recommend it. So she's talking about the class. And just remember that you get these recordings and you will be able to listen to it back as many times as you want. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay, this is the other thing. If you're a previous person who's taken our class, you can come back and take the new class, not the new class, it's the same class, but you can come back and take the SEO class again for $59. And the reason why we're offering this is because we had a previous person who was from a previous class who wanted to sit in on it. Like we offered to her to come and sit in on one of our newer classes, one of our more recent classes, just because things change. So if you took the class a year ago or 2 years ago, Google Analytics looks totally different. Webmaster Tools looks totally different now. And there's new things that we're sharing here and there. And outside of that, it's just like watching a movie. Like I said earlier, when you watch a movie for the first time, there's certain things that you miss, but the second and third time, you see things a little differently. And what her feedback was, and what she found so helpful, is when she took the class a year ago, she was in this place as a blogger. Now, a year later, she's in this place as a blogger. So all of this information that she's watching and listening to, she's processing it differently, and it means something different to her now. So just know that if you're a previous classmate, you have that option to take the class, to sit in on a current class. You do not get an SEO plan, because hopefully you're still working on your plan that we created before, and you don't get a site critique, but you get to sit in and collaborate. We all chat with one another and talk with one another, and you get to be part of those conversations, and everybody has new questions, and it will just be a new pair of eyes that you get to look at this class with. And then the other thing is, if you are a previous person who took our class, we offer you $20 for every person that you refer to our class that pays, that lists your name and says, because there's a place on the application that says who referred you. They list your name, and as long as they do end up taking the class and pay for the class, then you get $20 off of that. So we keep our classes smaller. We don't have more than 10 people in a class. If you referred all 10 people, that's how much money that you could make very quickly. I mean, we've had people make some good profits here and there by referring people. So, and it's just like we're going to learn in this book. One of the things that they talk about in this book is that a commercial can come on and convince you that it's the best, potty training remedy for your kids, or it's the best product to buy, or whatever. But that commercial is not what influences you to buy something. It's being the mom who's used that product and says, listen, I can tell you that this product works because this is how I used it. This is the result. These are the results that I had, and this is how amazing it is from my perspective. And it's the same thing with our class. If you can go to someone who's taken our class and they can say to you, yes, these are the exact results that I had, and this is my takeaway, this is how impactful it's been, you're going to listen to that more than me and Kelly saying, do it. It's a great business investment. So just consider that. Okay, if there's nothing else, and I don't think we have any, I don't see any new questions. Kelly, are there any questions that I'm missing? No? Do you have anything final to add? I'm going to refresh just one more time over on the event page just to make sure. And that's it. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you are all busy. I know that you miss us. We want to share every other week. We want to have a hangout with you. We just need to know the topics that you want to talk about, because we've covered so many of them that, I mean, we've covered so much, and we need to know what it is that you need help on. So you may leave that, leave those thoughts over on the event page. And other than that, Kelly, are we out? Are you done? Okay, Kelly can't, her internet's really bad. She doesn't want to put the mic back on. So, all right, guys, we will see you later. We'll see you over on Facebook. We'll see you over, leave anything on the event page that you need, and we'll see you over on the VIP forum. Bye.